Well, hello. You are hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail. Today is day 80, and I just left the Bear's Den Hostel. And today I will be finishing the roller coaster. We have 4 more ups, and then after that, the trail looks pretty easy going until we get to Harper's Ferry. So another big thing that's happening today is that we are going to be crossing out of Virginia and into West Virginia and hopefully making it into Harper's Ferry tonight. It's a 20-mile day, but like I said, after the next 4 miles, I think it should start to level off and become much easier. So I'm hopeful for that. Also have the cooler weather on my side today because it's still kind of rainy and like 50s-ish weather. So I'm hoping I can cover some good ground, especially after finishing those 4 ups. Starting out the day on one of the downs, and last night I did not sleep very well. It's tough for me, like sleeping in hostels. It's hard because you can't have like a temperature that everyone's comfortable with, and so I think that somebody in there was cold-natured, so they had the space heater on, and it was like boiling hot in there for me. Like I couldn't even have like a blanket on me. It was so hot, and I couldn't sleep. So I ended up I turned the heater off because I figured well, if I'm like this hot, like everyone else with their blankets on, like how can they be comfortable? But after I turned it off, someone got up and turned it back on again. So I guess they were cold. I don't know. Also, you was pretty much guaranteed to have somebody that snores very loudly. And so those 2 things combined meant I did not sleep very well. But I got a little sleep. And so I'm just going with it. I'm getting a later start than I would have wanted because I was trying to get a little extra sleep. But I'm trying to make it to Harper's Ferry before 4 o'clock because that's when the post office closes. I might not make it in time, but if I don't, I can go in the morning and get it. It's just less than ideal. So I'm going to try and challenge myself to complete this 20-mile section in 8 hours. So let's see if I can do it. That was a very sketchy road crossing. This is a state line, but it's not the state line. We're gonna cross more. I'm on the last up of the roller coaster. The roller coaster has definitely been tough. And I think it's downplayed by a lot of people, which made me expect less. So I would say it's difficult. It's some of the most difficult climbing in Virginia, and especially when it's all close together like that, it makes it more challenging. And I was expecting, because I heard it downplayed so much, that I thought it would be more ups and downs, but shorter. And it's actually, they've been long climbs. Most of them have been pretty long, actually. And so it makes it feel like it's dragging on. I was glad that I broke it up into 2 separate days because the last few bumps have been pretty challenging, rocky, and I don't think I would have wanted to do that after everything else I did yesterday. I was glad that I could finish it while I was fresh in the morning, and then have the rest of the day be smoother sailing after I've already exhausted myself from all these climbs. Made it out of the roller coaster! Woo! Okay, should be smoother sailing from here. So glad that's done. I love how the rain makes everything look so much greener. I could do without the rocks though. I'm exactly halfway through the day. 10 miles left to go. And it's 12:40, so it's pretty clear to me at this point I am not going to make it in time for 4 o'clock for the post office. So I'm not going to worry about rushing now, but I am still obviously going to stay in Harper's Ferry, so I have my room booked already. So I am just going to go to the post office in the morning and get my box, because they open at 8. So that should still give me time to get there, get the box, get packed up, and get on trail at a somewhat decent hour. But in a way it's good, because now when I get into town, I don't have to worry about rushing around. I can go to my hotel, get cleaned up, get some laundry in, get food, and just concentrate on that aspect. Also might need a couple additional things for my resupply that I'm not getting in the mail. So today's just gonna be like, get the other stuff done, and then tomorrow just get my box and then go. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna stop at the next shelter and take a lunch break, because I'm pretty hungry and also starting to drag a little bit, probably because of the fact that I'm hungry. So that's coming up in a little over a mile, and it'll be a good break. Just took my lunch break at the David Lesser shelter, and I've got 8.6 miles left to go, and a lot of it looks like it's going to be downhill, so it looks pretty easy. That was the longest I've ever had to wait at a road crossing. It was just non-stop traffic. There it is, about to leave Virginia for good. Well, I'm happy to have completed another state. I'm not as excited as I have been at completing other states. I think it's because I just enjoyed this section of trail so much. So part of me is a little sad that it's over, but I know I have to keep going to finish the trail, so it's kind of bittersweet. The trail goes through only about 4 miles of West Virginia, and then we end up in Maryland. We're not gonna go to Maryland today. We're almost done. I think it's another 2 point something to get to the road. that leads to the hotel. So we're only gonna end up in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia today, and then tomorrow we will head into Maryland, and that'll be another state complete. That's really creepy. I love these old buildings. This house looks like there used to be more to this house. Like, look at the door on the second level.